Lexi, do you ever struggle with a swing that you feel is too narrow?
Absolutely.
Okay, so common problem we hear all the time, golfers don't feel like they create enough width, they struggle with their elbows being bent too much. So let's talk about why that's happening and then a way to fix it.
Cool.
Okay, so if this sounds like a problem that you struggle with, let's first identify why this happens. So typically what we see is golfers who make a swing and have their elbows bent and the club really close to them, they typically don't push their hips towards the target enough. So what ends up happening is when your hips stay too far away from the target, you'll start flexing your elbows, you'll start extending your lead wrist so that you don't smash the club into the ground. If you were to keep your arms really straight and have your hips away from the target, you would hit a foot behind the ball. That would be really bad, and nobody wants to do that. So what golfers do is we're really smart. We start flexing our elbows, we start pulling the club in closer, okay? So the first step to fixing this is understanding how your hip swing needs to work. So the best players in the world, they start at 0, and when they finish their golf swing, when their trail arms parallel to the ground, they're actually 3.8 inches towards the target with the center of their pelvis, okay? So that's the first step, is understanding that you need to move your hips towards the target in the follow through, okay? Once you can do that, then we can talk about how your arms need to move.
Okay.
So if this is something you struggle with, a good way to practice this is find a wall. I will be Lexi's wall. She's gonna do a really good job of not hitting me. But basically what you wanna do is go ahead and take your address position, okay? And then I just want you to hold the club in your lead hand. Reach the club out as far as you can. Yep, so it's parallel to the ground. And what you want is you want that wall to be about 6 inches beyond that. So I'm gonna stand basically right here. Lexi, this is where your wall would be.
Okay.
So now go back to your address position. And what I want you to do is push your hips towards me and basically move the club into your follow through, keeping your arms as straight as you can. Basically create the widest arc possible. Good, rotate on your trail foot just like you'd make a normal golf swing. There you go. And you wanna try to reach this club out as far and as close to the wall as you possibly can, okay? So just rehearse that a few times, just get the feeling of how that needs to work. Good, same thing, point your chest up to the sky, bend your shoulders backwards. There you go, just like you'd make a normal golf swing, okay? And once you've done that a few times, then you can start making little swings going from about hip high to that same chest high finish, trying to reach that club out, get as close to the wall as you can. And once you've practiced that a few times, then it's time to go ahead and put it into practice and actually hit a shot. So I would start doing the exact same thing, just making little swings and hold your finish. Imagine you've got a big brick wall right out here and you're trying to smash that club head through it. Okay. And that would be a really good way to create that wider arc that you're looking for. So show us what that would look like.
Just hip high to follow through?
Yep, just a little chip shot. This isn't gonna be a big swing. Good. Perfect. So you can see how straight your arms are, how far the club is away from you. If you can turn just so that everybody can see that. When golfers struggle with this, they'll tend to have their elbows too far apart. So separate your elbows for me. Pull the grip really close to you. This is a really bad way to swing the golf club and makes the golf ball go all sorts of crazy different directions. Okay. So if that problem is something you struggle with, this is a great drill to practice and a super easy way to fix that.